Well, good day guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing well. Doug Dundee, aka Crocodile Craig, coming to you almost live and almost on location. Renowned throughout the land for his outdoor exploits, and was known in a previous life to tackle full 2-grown bucks with his bare hands. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, his bare hands. Yeah, alright guys, I'm on my way out to Kevin's place again today. Gonna hit a burrow or two out there. I've got 8 ferrets with me today, 8 or 9, something like that. I think it's 8. So I'll do a couple of burrows and then I'll head down to the river and do a bit of fishing. And to the bloke that messaged me the other day and said, oh look, could I take a little bit of filming while I'm fishing? I'll just let you know, mate, this is a ferreting channel. Yeah, alright mate, yeah, I'll take a bit of fishing for you today. And you can watch me sit around catching carp and nothing most of the time. Although I do catch the odd fish most of the time when I do, which is only occasionally this year. I don't know what's going on, whether I've lost my touch or I haven't been doing that well this year to previous years. Just less fish in the water. I don't know what it is. But anyway, yeah, okay, I'll take a bit more fishing for you today. So yeah, heading back out to Kev's. Not too sure where I'll go on his property yet, haven't decided. But it'll be somewhere out there. So 20 minutes I should be there. Oh, camera's falling over. Still filming though. So I'll find somewhere to go when I'm out there. I'll chuck the nets up, set it all up, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm at the back of Kevin's place, and I've been out here and done different sections of these burrows here. I parked over near the house and I walked all the way through this paddock out here, along where the cows are over there, and along that channel, and along this fence line too, because I'm going to start doing this fence line soon. But I'll wait till the cows aren't in there and the electric fence is off. But anyway, while I was walking, there's so many bloody rabbits here, it's ridiculous. I don't even want to estimate how many I've seen, but all of these burrows again, and even the ones that I've done, are all just full of rabbits again. Now this particular section I haven't done. I didn't see a lot of rabbits sitting on it. That looks like it connects over here. But this particular part here I haven't done. There was a few rabbits sitting on it. But it's vast. And they probably all interconnect. So I'm just debating on whether to. What I might do is just throw up a bunch of long nets, crisscross it here and there, throw in a few ferrets and give them a run. I'd really like to incorporate this into it, but I can't because it's all electric. The dog got a big shock over there before too when I was walking. But there is quite a few rabbits in this here. This little part of it here, I've seen quite a few sitting on it. But unfortunately he's got the cows out there today and that fence will be on. Now I have done that part of it over there, and I have done another section of it over there. So anyway, I'm going to throw the long nets up here, put them around. Probably won't make much sense to where I'm putting them, but I've got an idea. The only trouble is that these definitely connect over here, and then it goes all the way over, and I know that these go out to the front as well. Anyway, I'll throw a few long nets up, chuck a few ferrets down, cross our fingers and hope for the best. Get back to you. Yeah, I did forget to mention, Fleet did catch one out there. Caught this one, sort of just over half grown. Tried to run across the paddock and he didn't make it. Guys, I got it all set up. I just threw a bit of long net up. You really don't know where to do it. you just got to sort of try and crisscross them as best you can. Anyway, I'll put it sort of most of the way around here. If they run that way, I'm going to lose them. And I was thinking about just throwing a few ferrets in different places over the course. So wasn't really sure. You can't really encompass the whole thing, so you just got to sort of crisscross the best you can. So anyway, I ran one down to that fence, all the way around down, not even to the fence, just over to there. And then I ran another net from here up to that fence, across here, so it sort of cuts these off if they try and hole hop a bit, and then just over to there. So go all the way around there, up to that net, and this net goes around. And there's quite a few burrows in here. So anyway, I've got Storm back out with me today. She wasn't pregnant. The good news is, if I do want to breed another one, I've got another ferret that's coming back on heat, and I'll show you her. She's very pretty, and you've seen her working the other day. I did breed her last year, and her sister had Chewy, Storm and Fang, her full sister. So it's Jess, and I did breed her last year, but I sold all their kits. So if I wanted to breed another one for the people that are going to miss out, that are on a waiting list, I could do that. But anyway, I'll and ah about it. I'd rather just wait and see if Grace comes on, although it's not likely, but I would really like to get some kits out of her. Anyway, might not be. Okay, let's get out the Chew Meister and the Fangster, who I didn't have out last time, and the General. I've got the General as well. Chewy. Oops. This is a little girl that's pregnant. She's really pretty. Oh, not pregnant, she's on heat. She's a really pretty ferret. Actually, this is her. Her and Storm are almost identical, aren't they? That's Storm. Storm's got she's a cracking ferret, mate. So I did try and breed Storm this year, but that didn't work out, did it? Storm, who hasn't been out in ages, like 8 weeks, 9 weeks. She'll find somewhere to go in. I don't even know if there's anything there that goes in. Doesn't look like it. They all go down there. Anyway, 1 and 2. The General. And there's Fang. Still quite a bit of mixo around at the moment. Didn't get too much out the front of Kev's the other day, but we got 1 or 2 with mixo. And that one the dogs picked up out in that paddock today, he didn't have a lot of it, but he had a little bit, like he was recovering. Yeah, a bit worried about doing this, but anyway, I can drop them in here and hopefully they'll run this way. Last time that most of them ran that way though, that's the trouble. Ooh, oh, look at that. He's in trouble. Bang. couple of them ran out then. Alright, mine. No mix that one in, mate. Oh, there's another one. Look. Hoo. Got him. Oh, what a catch. Good catch, mate. Good boy. Come, bring it to me. Good boy. Good boy. Give him to me. Good boy. Good boy, mate. Here goes another one. He hit the net as well. This net's all bloody tangled. I don't know what's going on with it. Here we go. There you go, get that one. One there, and one in the net. So 3 came out then. We caught 1. Oh, he got out. Dang, I thought he was caught for sure. I don't know. Must have got underneath. Anyway, 3 bolted out and 3 got away. Thought we had him for sure. But we got a few, so it's not all bad, is it? Ferrets are working good. Put them in the shade there. That's the general. So the ferrets are pushing them out pretty good. Yeah, there is a few in that corner too. And it's only like 9 o'clock at 9 AM. Thereabouts. Oh look, they've got another one. Good girl, Zip. Good girl. Didn't even see that hit the net. But I was going to the toilet, so. And that's about what I've seen sitting on it, maybe half a dozen or something. But they're spread out. It was sort of half a dozen here, half a dozen there, half a dozen over there. They weren't all sort of in one part of the burrow. Here's the general. Storm. The general. Fleet's over there. What you doing, General? You're a bit in and out today, mate. Put you down the bottom over here, mate. Chewy and Fang have been showing their head for a little bit, so they've obviously caught something. I will stick them down here in a minute, which is why I ran this net here. And we might lose a few, but we'll give it a go. You can only try. Look, if I was serious, I could put more long net up and go all the way around them. But I wasn't about that. I thought, I'll shoot out, grab half a dozen, then go fishing. That's the plan. So I've already got me half a dozen, just about. That looks like fang. Yep. It's the fang or general, can't tell from this far away. It's fang. Wants to play. It's faint. I'll drop him down the bottom over here. If he comes out on that side, I'll have to go all the way around under that electric wire and pick him up. But before I do that, I'll let him walk clear. I've seen the dog get zapped by it today, mate, and he didn't like it. The general. Storm. Down the water. Having a drink, mate. Oh boy. Ooh, here goes one. Down the burrow. There's Chewy. And Storm. So I'll put you in here because you haven't been worked. So the general will chase that one out. Storm. Put little Storm over here. There she goes. Up, 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 up. Chewy. Good boy. Good boy. I'll put Chewy in and over here too. So put Storm in there. I'll put Chewy in there. Look, look, look. And General's chasing a few out of there. Not, was it the General? Fang, that's Fang. Yeah, Fang, Chewy and Storm are here. And the General I just put back in the box. See, that's what you got to hope for. Hope that they try and he was going to that rabbit was going to try and come here until he seen me. Ooh, there's one. Look, ooh. There's one. Bolted two out of there, and we got one. Good boy, mate. So we're missing a few, but we're getting a few. Which was always going to be the case. Pop up. Hey. So Fang down there, chasing a few out. Storm and General here, chasing a few out. Storm and Chewy. But they will start coming out up here, and it because if you see this, they all join all the way along, right up into the front. So you have to do it section by section. Put a few log nets up and hope for the best. This is a rabbit. Hoo hoo. Came out and back in. He's chasing a few out, Fang. Chewy and Storm obviously caught something. But I knew there'd be a few in that bottom bit, because that was just all prickles earlier on, and I couldn't do it at all. There is quite a few burrows out in this paddock, but the grass is still too long. There's a few out in that paddock, but I'll get around to them once the grass gets a bit shorter. But here it doesn't sort of matter, like you'll do this part of the burrow, and the first time, but it's like that everywhere, the first time you do them you get the most, and then as time goes on, after you've done them once or twice, you get less numbers. You still get them, but less numbers. Not really bolting hard today. They're a bit tentative. Even when they come out, they're running slow. Just got to be careful, because I know these burrows do connect and come out the front. Look to see. There was Chewy. I put Chewy in right down over the bottom over there. And here he is here. Dot, 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 dot. Back down. That's why I come over to check, because they can come out down along there. he covered a bit of ground, Chewy. He was right down the bottom. Now he's right up the top here. Oh, there's one. I don't know. Oh, there he goes. So I'm missing a few, but we're getting a few. And there's way too many holes to purse it up. You'd be here for about 2 hours just setting purse nets. And on your own, imagine being on your own, setting purse nets. Look, just sitting out there in the middle. Look, 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 look. Ooh, ooh. Just hope the ferret's not chasing him out. Go get him. Still sitting there. Hey, 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 hey. Look at him. Play, play. Look at that. Play, play, look. Hoo, 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 hoo. He looked like he was all bitten up by the ferret. Like he'd been chewed up. Come on, boy. Bring him to me. Come on, come. Come. Play, come. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, mate. Yeah, he was all bitten up. He hasn't got mexo at all, but... There's one. Got down a burrow. You've got to watch that. He looked like he'd been chewed up by one of the ferrets. There's another one. Watch them barbed wire, mate. I'm going to watch down here because I've got a feeling one of the ferrets chased that out. There he goes. Bang. Oh, bounced off the net. That's a lucky rabbit, mate. So these 3 ferrets, pushing a few out, Fang, Chewy and Storm. Storm hasn't been out in 7 or 8 weeks. After I bred her to Ragnar, who didn't get her pregnant, but he has taken all my other jewels out of heat because I bred him with Storm and then got him vasectomized. But Storm didn't get pregnant, so not sure what the story is there, but anyway, he's vasectomized now. So he never got to have any kids. Because I decided to keep Rip full instead. Yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out down there. So I did see Chewy up here before. Quite a big burrow though, it's very large, isn't it? I know it's hot, girl. I know it's hot. You have a rest. I'll take you for a swim after. I get a chance these ferrets start putting their head up, I'm going to pick them up. Getting way too warm. I should have got here a bit earlier. But I had stuff to do at home. A lot of footprints there. Chewy's the one I'm worried about. He's bloody right over here he was. I just don't want him getting down the front. Because we know that these join down there. Seen that last time. Plus that rabbit coming out the bottom there. There's a rabbit. Came out, ran back in. What you really need to do with something this big is drop all your ferrets in. And that stops all that hole hopping. They'll hole hop a little bit and then all start to bolt. Like that. Hoo, get him! Look at them, oh, it's all babies, look at them. It's all babies, little babies. Look at them, they're running out everywhere. Little kits. You don't like getting the kits, do you? That's alright, girl, I don't blame you. Yeah, but that bloke there, he doesn't seem to mind that much. And even Fleet, he doesn't, he's not real big on getting kits either. I don't blame you, mate. But what do you do? Pop. Just seen one of the ferrets there, not sure which one it was white. Oh, a fair bit of sticks in here now. So we got a few, and I got a couple. I got two in the esky already that I got earlier on. Let's go watch Chewy. All them rabbits. If I see them all rabbits running out here, I'll know. It's time to get the air guard, mate. Second time I've had to use it this year. Something going on with Fleet. Oh, I seen a rabbit. I seen it. Came up, ran back down, right where he is. I seen it. Right, let's get the air guard out. Don't forget the air guard, guys, and have a good weekend. Because they're bloody annoying. Oop. A lot of young ones running in and out over there. Yeah, first chance I get, I'll pick them up. A lot of young ones. You see me venturing all the way up here all the time because I'm worried about him, Chewy, or any of the others that are with him coming out down here. They're very extensive, these burrows. Oh, I've just seen a hawk with a kit then, flying across there with a kit. Look at that. There's a baby sitting in the grass over right there. You probably can't see it on the camera, but I can see him. He's just sitting there. Dog can't see him either. Ferrets chased him out and he's just gone, look. Look, 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 look. He's in the net. Walked over. That's what I mean, they're not bolting into the net, they're just sort of, they're not bolting hard, they're trying to hole hop a little bit. I've got to start gutting these rabbits because it is getting hot. Ants are going to have a feast. Oh, look, oh, get him. Good boy. Good boy, watch him. Good boy. He came in this way. There's another one. Geez, they're pushing. There's another one in the net over there too. There's another one. Geez, they're pushing them out now. Oh, let me go get this one. Just seen, I definitely seen Storm, and I think Fang was with her. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Bang. Another one. Good dogs. Dogs are getting bloody hot too. Good dogs. I know you're hot, mate. Go get a drink. Come on, get a drink. Dogs are hot, mate. Hoo! Something going on. This one was covered, wasn't it? Try and get a few of these rabbits done. Hoo! He's a hole hopping everywhere. Baby. So the mixture, guys, got a lot of kits coming in and out. That's why you're not seeing the ferrets all that much, because there's so many kits in there. Right, it's got them gutted in the esky. Right. Oh, I don't know if you got that or not. No, I missed it. Well, there's a big one. Bang, he's hit the net. Oh, and he bounced out. This is one of the white ferrets. There. Covered in blood. Dot, 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 dot. Oh, he's got it. Bang, chase that out. Oh, look at it. Look what the ferret's done to it. Oh, grab him. Get him, get him. Oh, he's... Oh. Geez, a few of them are lucky. Look at that. Look what the ferret did to it. Chewy. Chewy. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Not coming out, no way. So we've just seen all of the ferrets then. Ferrets can have that one. I mean the hawks. Had a bit of mixo, and I've got plenty, so the freezer's just about full again. Oh, running around. So we've seen Bang and Storm down here, and Chewy just came up there. So he covered a fair bit of ground, old Chewy. Stuck him in down there, came up over here, and now he's come out back down there again. Big burrows, mate, big burrows. I've still got 4 ferrets that I haven't worked. I haven't worked Grace, Tilly, Jess, and Tess. Yeah, we've only worked the General, Fang, and Storm. And the General I put back on, he's off his game a little bit today, the General. He was in and out a little bit. But you get that, you watch your ferrets, you bring them out, and they can't be all good all the time. You know, even your best ferrets will have days where they, for whatever reason, they're just off their game a bit. What I mean by that is they're in and out, and they're not, their mind's not really on the job. And you don't know if they've got a headache or they've got a sore spot or something. So when they're doing that, don't force them to work. Pick them up and let them, take them out another day. Especially when you know the character of the ferret, when you know it's a good ferret, and you know he works good, like the General. How many times you've seen him working, and he's really good. But today he's just off his game a little bit. And I can't talk to him and ask him why, so. And you'll see next time I bring him out, he'll probably be switched on again. And all ferrets do that, even your best ferrets. I just changed the battery in the camera, and bloody rabbits flying out. We're missing a few of them at the moment. And dogs are starting to really get hot. But yeah, we're missing a few there, whole hopping a fair bit. Had 2 or 3 come out here that we missed, another one just then, Flea just missed it. Now I haven't had a chance to pick the ferrets up because they're coming up and going straight back down because there's so many rabbits still in there. had a few bounce out of the net, off the nets, and that's only because they're not hitting them hard. They're sort of just walking onto them and then running off. They're not really hitting the nets hard. Bloody thanks to the gangster. Right, that's one. Good boy. Good boy. Thanks to the gangster. Worked really good, mate. Really good. Done a fantastic job. Didn't want to stop either. That should be the general in there, is it? Yeah. Oh, and as soon as I turn me back, Fleet's got another one. And there's Chewy behind it. He's looking for it. There's another one. Chewy back down. So I don't know how many we got now, but it's approaching 20. It's at least 15, let's just say that. At least. Chewy's out. It's only Storm left. And I seen her not long ago down there, and she's still pushing them down the bottom there too. Come on, mate. There's a Storm. Here she is. Alright, that's them all back. Done a real good job, these 4 ferrets. And for most part it was 3. So they've done a really, really good job. Okay. Welcome back, Storm. Welcome back. Done a real good job, girl. No wonder I wanted to breed you. Alright guys, well that's ferreting for another day. I've got 4 ferrets that didn't get worked, but it's getting too hot. I'm going to pick a spot, go down to throw the rods in and see how we go fishing. So I'll get back to you. I'll pack all these up, pack the car up. I'll get down to the creek or the river. I haven't decided yet. So when I get down to the river or the creek, I just haven't decided yet. I'll put the camera back on and give this bloke a look at a little bit of fishing. Get back to you. All right, guys, down on the river now. So for the bloke that said I'll take a little bit of the fishing, or there's a duck sitting out there. Take a little bit of footage of the fishing. Well, here we are. And I will just say that before I go any further, that when I go fishing, I approach it scientifically and from a technical perspective. Now, that being said, I wanted to show you what I think is the most important tool to the fisherman. And without it, you cannot experience the fullness of the fishing experience at all. You can't experience what it's actually like to go fishing without this in your toolkit. And here it is. Right there, my friend. The chair. The most important part of your fishing kit, in my opinion. Yeah, anyway, guys, here, this is it. Beautiful spot. Enough of the bullshit. It is a really good spot. I've caught quite a few fish here over the years. And I do fish this spot every now and again when the fish are biting. Whether they're biting today or not. I haven't done very well this year, but in previous years gone by, I've caught quite a few fish right here. The river's up at the moment. It is pretty dirty. But we've got a couple of rods. I'm just about to set the other one up and throw it in and see how we go. But for me, fishing, you know, like the fish are a bonus. To sit down and just relax and listen to the birds and take in nature, that's what it's all about for me. That, you know, with that, I also try. It's not as if I'm not trying to catch fish, because I am. And usually I do okay. I've been doing fishing for quite some time, and I know enough to where to fish and how to set up the lines and what bait to use, because I've been fishing this river since I was a kid, that if they're biting, I'm going to catch them. So if they're going today, I'll put the camera on and I'll show you what I got. If you don't hear from me, it's because if you don't see any fish on here, it's because I didn't catch any, or it's just carp. We always catch a carp or two. But I have caught a lot of cod and a lot of yellow belly in this particular spot, and along this section of the river in particular. So this is where I'm fishing, mate. I've only got one rod in the water. There's a lot of snags in the water here. It's the Murray River, and a lot of snags in the water. So the best idea is to throw your rod in, let it settle, and don't touch it till you get a bite. Because if you start dragging it along the bottom, you're guaranteed you're going to get hooked up just about every time. All right, guys, if I catch a fish, I'll get back to you. I should have thought I'd show you the setup. I've just finished setting up this rod. This rod's only been in 5 minutes, and I've been getting a few bites. So I'm probably going to get something today. Normally, if I'm fishing yellow belly, I'll use a running sinker if I'm off a boat, and normally I'll use scrub worms and shrimp. Today I'm just using scrubbies off the bank, and if you see, I've got that about 1.5 foot off the bottom, so that when you drag it in, you're not going to hook up on all the logs and stuff. If you're going to lose anything, it's usually the sinker. But because it's sort of on an angle, when you throw it out, that hook will just sit not far off the bottom, and the current will sort of just move it like that with the current just off the bottom. So that's how I set them up when I'm bank fishing in the Murray. Although you know, more successful with running sinker. But I am getting a few bites, a few small, but they're small bites, but we'll see what happens. I'll get back to you guys. Just want to show you the bites I'm getting. See that? If I'm holding the rod and he does that, 9 times out of 10 I'll just about hook them. But if I had to guess what that is, I'd say to be a silver bream. Freshwater bream. Quite a few of them in here, and I catch a lot of them. Alright, let's see what happens. Still getting bites. Certainly getting bites. That's just me tightening the rod up. I've just thrown that one in. If you want to know what sort of reels I'm using, guys, I'm using Penn saltwater reels, a couple of different sizes. Mainly because the reels don't really know whether you're fishing in saltwater or freshwater. They reckon the saltwater's a bit more hardy, you know. If they can stand up to saltwater, they'll stand up to freshwater pretty well too. Oh, there you go. Nice bite. But if they keep biting like that, I'll get one or two. But those little bites like that, that's not what I'm after. The fish I'm after, when they bite, they pull the rod almost into the water. Yeah, he's still biting. Yeah, that's a freshwater bream, for sure. And I can hook these. The hook that I'm using is, you know, pretty big, but if a big one bites it, I'll still be able to hook him because I've only got a small mouth. Something going on with this other rod too. Oh yeah. I'll just put this one down for a sec. Oh, as soon as I put it down, it bites again. Yeah, they're freshwater bream bites. This one here, a little bit different. Yep. Yep. If you're using a small hook and a running sinker, you'll catch one after another of these. But I've got big bait and big hooks. And I'm not trying to catch them. But you can get some big ones, and they, you know, look, they're edible, but they're very bony. They call them bony bream as well. They're quite tasty, but they're very bony. And they are illegal to take. They're catch and release only. But they're fun to catch. And you'll get them all year round. When I say I don't catch any fish, I'm always catching, you know, the odd carp and these freshwater bream. Like even now, they're still biting. I can still feel him biting. That other rod's getting a bite now too. But that's the beauty of this river. You just never know what you're going to catch. You know, I've had 35-pound line on these rods and got fish that I couldn't even slow them down with 35-pound line. And when he was taking all the line off the reel, and it wasn't too far from me, it was just around the corner. And when I had to tighten the drag up because I was running out of line, I tightened it up and he just snapped me off like nothing. So God knows how big it was. And you've got the chance of catching some really big fish in here. They're few and far between the big ones, but they're in there. And if you fish often enough, you come across them. Every now and again, it's got to be in the right place at the right time. And that fish that snapped me off was swimming this current in this, oh, big bite, and that wasn't a brim. That's what I'm after. So it's good to see the fish biting a bit today. And it'd be nice to catch one or two. I was unlucky that he didn't hook himself then. But if they bite like that with the rod in my hand, 9 times out of 10 I'll catch them. The other rod's getting a small bite. Best way to get the fish to bite is walk away from your rod. As soon as you walk away, they bite. Anyway, I'll put it back down. But a beautiful day to be sitting out here. A little bit of a breeze, birds are singing. Beautiful part of the river. When you ever look at the scenery here, it's just fantastic. I'm a very blessed man to be living in this part of the country. With all the crap that's going on with lockdowns and that and everything in Melbourne, it's barely even affected me. And the dogs love it up here too. I mean, Fleet's more or less growing up here. I think he was less than a year old when we moved up here. Can't believe he's coming on 5 already. Well, that's a nice bite. That's what you're after, mate. You do that again now, mate, and you'll be coming into the esky. So you see, guys, that they are biting today, which is good. And I know that I'm going to get 1 or 2. Look how slack that line's got. And all I'm waiting for it now, there's a bit of a bow in the line, and as the line starts going straight, I'll hook it. Dog. You go lie down, mate. You've had a good day. Caught a few rabbits today. I might have already got him. I reckon I've got him. Oh. It's biting a bit now. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. He's a nice one, mate. Have a look at this, guys. Look at that. Nice. Now that's a silver brim. Like I said, they get pretty big. I'll give you a look at him in a sec. And you can eat them. They are very tasty, but they've got a few bones in them. But they're illegal to catch, so to keep. So there you go. The bloke that wanted to see me a little bit more fishing. This is what I do when I say, oh, I'm going to go throw the rods in for a little while. This is what I get. Now I count that as I didn't catch anything because I didn't take it home in the esky. So when I say, oh, I haven't been doing that well in the fishing, it's not that I'm not catching them. It's just that I'm not catching the ones that I want. So, but like I said, if they're biting, I've been fishing long enough and I know what I'm doing, that if they're biting, I'm going to catch them. But lately I haven't been getting the ones that I want for quite some time. Maybe about 6 months I haven't caught a decent sized yellow belly, which is unusual for me. Anyway, I'll grab another worm, put it in, put it on, throw it in. That's what I'm using for bait. Big scrubbies. And I hope that's recording because I didn't check it. I think it is. We'll have a look in a sec. And when I was getting those bites up 5 minutes after I got here, I knew that I'd be catching, you know, at least something. Let's throw this back out. I've got one in close and one out a little bit further. A lot of people don't like the bells, I like them. Because you're not looking at your rod the whole time, and when you're not looking... Oh yeah, it's recording, it's good. When you're not looking, sometimes you can miss the bites, but if you've got bells on, you hear them. So I'll let that go until the battery runs out. Maybe we'll get another one, maybe we won't. So this is the life, mate. This is the life. Doesn't really get much better than this today. Go out, do a bit of ferreting, catch a few. Ferrets get a run, dogs get a run, come down to the river, sit and relax, take in nature. So if the battery goes flat before it does, guys, I'll say this now. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy it, because it goes past just way too fast. Bye-bye for now, guys.